Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading this week and your energy check-in for all things Capricorn. I do not have any Capricorn placements. I apologize. I do have a Capricorn daughter. If you check the community tab, you can see my birth chart and how I talk about, one half of my birth chart is completely vacant and the other one side of it has triple and double placements. I've been kind of talking to everybody about that so that you can see what kind of a weirdo I am. Everything you need to know about me is in the description of this video below, including how to get a personal reading with me. It's a one-on-one Zoom reading, which I record so you can keep it forever and ever. Please assign genders and identities as you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's about energy evolvement and evolution through the Fool's Journey, which is what tarot is about. You can Google that. If you don't like shuffling, fast forward. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Not every reading is going to be for you, and that's okay. And if you could pretty please help YouTube and the algorithm out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. That's how YouTube and the algorithm know to send you more zodiac tarot readings, astrology tarot readings, Capricorn tarot readings. So that's you telling them what to do. And then in addition, it pushes this message out to other people. So it brings in more to you and pushes out more to others. And of course, I adore all your comments and I appreciate them so much. So let's get into this. Capricorn. Please, Spirit, please share with me. What are the overall and most significant things Capricorn must know? Please, Spirit, please share with me. What are the overall and most significant things Capricorn must know this week? Please, Spirit, share with me. The overall and most significant things Capricorn must know this week. Please, Spirit. Queen of Swords. All right, Capricorn. So the Queen of Swords is definitely about setting boundaries. She's independent. She doesn't mince words. She puts everything on the table. You always know what's going on with her, for sure. So, she's very intelligent and she knows her way around everything. Like the King of Swords, he has a bird's eye view and can see everybody and knows everything and what they're doing. And then she knows her way around him. So that saying about, the king or the man is the head of the household, but the female is the neck. That would be that relationship. Two very intelligent people functioning in and around each other. That's exactly how she is. So she tells it like it is. She sets boundaries. She's incredibly intelligent. In her negative energy, she can be quite vicious, very mean for the sake of being mean. So instead of just telling it to you straight, she's going to tell it to you straight in a demeaning way. Okay? That kind of a thing. So let's see what's going on here. This is interesting because I would really like to know in the comments what this comes out to be. Okay. Just remember I have a daughter that's a Capricorn. So sometimes this stuff is difficult in staying focused because sometimes some information comes out. Okay, so Capricorn, you are in the Page of Pentacles energy. And the page is a messenger. All the pages are. They are children. And he is looking for a place to put his pentacle. So, you know, is he going to invest in a loyal, stable, committed relationship? Because that's what the pentacles are, loyal, stable, and committed. Is he going to go invest in a business or in education? This can mean an apology sometimes, and then sometimes it means an engagement. Small gifts. Your difficulties is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is like that zombie song, in your head, in your head. So you're stuck in your head, you're feeling trapped. But the thing about this card is you're not really trapped, right? You can walk straight out. She can walk straight out. Her blindfold's like this. She's so blindfolded. She can walk straight out. She can wiggle out of her bindings. And so it's not an amazing card upright. And so it is really kind of the same or no different in reverse. And even in your difficulties section, it can mean about occasionally being a little controlling and somewhat sociopathic in your relationships. But I would, you know, you don't need to go that far with it, but it's pretty much still about feeling trapped no matter what. In the recent past, you had the Five of Cups. So sadness, regret, depression, focusing on the negative because we're focusing on the 3 cups that are spilled over and instead of the 2 that are standing up. It's a crying over spilt milk card. Along with it in the past, we have the Ten of Wands, which is about burdens. And so the good thing about the Ten of Wands is that it's the 10. So the burdens are almost over. So in the recent past, there was quite a big thing that you regret or you're sad about, or you were focusing on the negative and it was really quite burdensome and you were carrying quite a bit on your shoulders there. Your goals is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The King of Cups is incredibly intuitive. He's emotionally intelligent. He has a high emotional IQ, very much in his heart space. You know, he is a dad. He is a husband. His occupations would be like a counselor or a teacher or a coach or something of that nature. Something emotionally stable, like somebody would go to, you know, for emotional heart space advice. He's that guy. Definitely the type of guy you want to go to for a hug and to be told you're awesome. Maybe not necessarily the guy you want to go to for a straightforward opinion, like maybe the King of Swords or possibly the King of Pentacles. All the rest of them would be pretty direct, I think, honestly. In his shadow, just to get the full spectrum of the human being, which it's our goals, so we probably really are in the upright, but he can be emotionally manipulative because he's so intuitive and so emotionally intelligent, right? He also has in his shadow side just an inability to express emotion, so really pent up and emotionally constipated and can't like get his words out. But he's in the upright, so right now it looks like you want to be with someone that way. It's in your goals, or you want to be with a water sign, or you want to be in your heart space. So let's keep going. In the near future, we have the Hermit. So, and that's a Virgo card. Take some time to reflect, go within, search for the answers from within throughout like meditation, prayer, whatever, because that's where the answers will come from. You see yourself in this energy of clarity, of giving of an epiphany, a truth coming out that, you know, just basically, oh my gosh, this clears things up. This is like the truth. So that's what the Ace of Swords does for you. It cuts through some baloney. Friends, family, co-workers see you either in a very done energy where you've closed something out completely and ended it, or you've changed. It's also a Scorpio card. Scorpios end things. They're known for that. Like, that's their most known thing. Your guidance is the Six of Cups. So it's usually the past, return of the past, someone from the past returning, an apology, reminiscing. So that is your guidance. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're urged to do. And right beside it is your Hermit card. So this is likely what you're reflecting on and doing your internal work on and coming to some conclusions about. Your outcome is the Hierophant. And this is why I thought it was so humorous at coming out right beside the King of Cups, because they are both counselors. They are both teachers. They're both educators, you know. So when they came boom, boom, side by side, I went, okay, that's interesting. So this guy can also be an attorney, a clergy person, a therapist that you go to for advice. Their institutions, higher level of learning, court systems, and it can represent marriages, unions, taking relationships to the next level. So friends to dating, dating to committed, committed to engagement, engagement to marriage, that kind of, so evolution of relationships, whatever type it is. And then it can represent taking the high road. So, you know, take it as it resonates, like going to therapy with a King of Cups, person, going to see an attorney with a King of Cups person, getting, you know, advice from an attorney about a King of Cups, like that kind of a thing. They're so similar that it's almost like whatever your goal is, like, so if it's to be in your heart space, you're going to go see someone about that, okay? Like, to get advice. If, just keep it like that. And if it's to be in your heart space and take the high road, that's another thing that's right there. So take what resonates for you. So let's get some advice here. I'm going to see what direction we should kind of go in and talk about for you. So the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Spirit, please share with me. Can we please have some advice on this situation for Capricorn, please? Can we please get some more advice? This information about Capricorn. Please get some advice. Financial improvements. So if you were concerned about finances, it looks like they're going to be taking an upward swing and turn. First card out is Walk It Off. Oopsie. More to come. Soul Tribe. Seeing clearly is going over Walk It Off, which that is very Ace of Swords. Via phone is going over More to Come. Soul Journey is going over Soul Tribe. So obviously it looks like you're seeing like a counselor, or you're in your heart space, or you're going to some emotional counseling, or you're getting some advice on what to do in some sort of way, because there's a big old Soul Tribe and Soul Journey is major right here. And so when you're doing soul work and you're working on the shadow aspects of yourself, you might definitely go to see counselors, teachers, educators, clergy, things like that. I think these are kind of independent, so it's like whatever the nonsense was, walk it off. P.S. There's more to come, so there's more information coming on whatever this thing was that you're kind of was in the past that was burdensome and made you sad, and then you're introspecting about the past now, that you're getting clarity. So there's going to be even more clarity coming, that's going to help you see even more clearly. And this is all going to help with the soul journey and soul evolution and soul work that you're doing, and working on your shadow side, which can very much be representative of that, because the death card is Scorpio, which is very Plutonic energy, which is dark, and Scorpios can operate and function in the dark, and deal with the really, I shouldn't say it like that, they can deal with very deep emotions. And so when you're talking about your goal is to be in this kind of energy and possibly process and change and do your soul work and work on your shadow aspects. This is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and this is a Scorpio card. So these two could be just like a representation of the shadow and soul work that you're doing, and you wanting to be more emotionally intelligent in your heart space, develop a high emotional IQ, and that you're going to see somebody to do that, and they're a part of your soul tribe, and it's part of your soul journey, so, and your soul work. So yay, you. I mean, what do we do from here? So why don't we just do Moonology, and just kind of keep working, giving you some guidance on how to continue doing what you're already doing, and already doing just bottom of the deck is New Moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So if you are doing this soul work and soul journey, this was the bottom of the deck coming out. So it's just immediately saying your hard work is paying off. Whether, even if that's including financial and emotional, like if you are doing, like in your past you were burdensome and your goal is to do something with this pentacle, just know like this emotional work is going to pay off. And when you do your emotional work, your financial work usually like your income usually ends up correlating with that, because especially in sales, like I am in my real life, if I'm not having a good, confident, secure day, it's going to make it really hard for me to ask the tough questions I need to ask, make the phone calls I need to make, talk to the people I need to talk to, because I'm going to feel insecure or lack confidence or whatever, and that directly impacts my finances, right? So all this soul work you're doing, it's going to pay off financially and emotionally. And that's here too. So the fact that it was on the bottom of the deck, I was just going to share it. Okay. Please, Spirit, please share with me what is some overall and most significant advice for Capricorn this time. Spirit, what is some overall terrific, amazing advice for Capricorn this time? Yes, overall significant and important advice for Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn Spirit. A time to give rather than take. New Moon in Virgo. So, definitely when you give to others, there is a definite emotional heart space payoff, but don't forget to do your own self-care too. Well, because just make sure you're not spreading yourself so thin, because if your desire is to be an emotionally stable human being, you have to take that time out for self-care for yourself as well. So don't give to the point of burnout without replenishing. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So this is more gearing towards the financial advice with the Moonology. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. So that's more Scorpio nod. So it's more of that emotional depth and emotional depth work. And deep emotions can be incredibly frightening. Incredibly frightening. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. So I find it interesting that there's a nod to your practical plan, meaning your financial plan, because Taurus is also an earth sign, and earth signs are about resources. Your sign particularly is about working really hard. Taurus is I'm a Taurus moon, so they like their things, and their things are a reflection of the work that they have done, like kind of like trophies. So I have worked so hard that I can decorate my home like this. I have worked so hard that, I just took all my things away because they're very hearth and homey. So I worked so hard. That's why we have this TV. That's why we have this couch. That's why we have this pool. That's why we dress well. That's why we have these handbags. It's very tangible stuff, and the tangible items that they care about so much are trophies. And they're reflections of the work that they have done and what they have achieved. So it's more talking about this monetary goal that you're working towards and investing in, that you want financial improvements on. And then you have Scorpio, like the third Scorpio card, talking about a good job. You you're doing your soul work, working on the deep emotions, working on getting emotionally intelligent and balanced. And then you're very close to achieving your goals. So both those goals are very close to being achieved. Just make sure while you're giving to others, you give to yourself too. And this also means financially and emotionally. Do not give your money away so much that you have none for yourself. And do not give so much to everybody else around you that you're depleted and end up lashing out at everybody around you, right? That's what happens when we're exhausted. You are doing so good, Capricorn. And it's just the same things coming out in tarot, in the truth deck, and now in the Moonology. It's just exactly the same thing each time. So I did this fun thing. The same person that gave me the miracle cards that I do at the end every week for a piece of advice for you to carry with you, also gave me the flower therapy cards. And so like Monday or Tuesday, I pulled out the flower therapy cards after a couple of years or a year or something like that. And I got some really good advice out of it right off the top. So I'm doing it for everybody this week. My Spirit, please share with me. What is one flower therapy card that Capricorn can take with them throughout the rest of the week? My Spirit. What is one overall most significant therapy card, flower therapy card that Capricorn can take with them? Be positive, bromeliad. Your thoughts can shape your experience. Be sure to focus on the positive. that is like basically your entire reading, right? This was like you were focusing on the negative instead of the two positives that are up. And your thoughts shape your experience. So if you have been going to therapy to do your shadow work and work on yourself and work on your fears and your deep emotions and getting in your heart space, this is more of that. So be positive. Having this in your difficulties is having serious issues with negative thinking, right? And in this case, or not in this case, in some cases it's to the point of mental illness. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. You might just probably are a little depressed or a little sad or just struggled with negative thinking, but that's here, and you're doing I see you are doing the work. The outcome is you're doing the work. It's showing me you're going to accomplish the work with the Moonology. This is just more nudging to keep you going ahead. So if you want to screenshot or pause that, go for it. It's a beautiful flower. Holy Spirit, please share with. Okay, so now we're doing your full card. So this is your advice to take with you for the rest of your week. Holy Spirit, please share with me. What is one significant piece of advice that can be controlled throughout this week? Please share with me. Advice. I'm going to take with them throughout the rest of this week. Please share with me. Capricorn. Sweet, please, Spirit. Interesting stories. Somebody else got this one this week too, and it's interesting that you have the Six of Cups, and that's about the past and reflecting on the past, and people coming back from the past, childhood, things like that. So interesting stories seems to fit. Let's see. Everyone has an interesting story. If you cultivate the habit of asking about it, your life will be much richer. So whatever you're working on here and whatever the past has brought up, or if you're seeing somebody from your past, ask them about them. Ask them about them. Try to focus on the positive. There was another card what was the... I'm trying to think. You had another card that kind of went in with that. Ask them about them. Get in your heart space. Listen. Use your ears more than you use your mouth. There's probably stuff you don't know, that happened. it is very fulfilling a lot of the time to hear what others have gone through, because sometimes it'll make you feel better that you're not alone in that journey. And then sometimes I'm cautious about how I say this. It'll make you feel better because at least you didn't have it as bad as that person. You know, like, okay, I can put this in perspective now because I'm suffering at this level and this person is suffering at that level, right? And while all of our suffering feels like suffering, right, at the time, or hardship, or what burden and heartache, sometimes you can take solace in knowing that you didn't have to walk some other people's paths that they were forced to. So that's what I have for you this week, Capricorn. If you could please help YouTube in the algorithm with your likes, shares, and subscribes, that's how they know to send you more Capricorn astrology zodiac readings, and how they know to send this one out to other Capricorns to get the message. If you would like a personal reading with me, reach out to me. How to do that is in the description of this video below. It is a Zoom call just like this, you and me, and I record it and you get to keep it forever. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Have a great week. Bye.